Hello, it was on this day in 1992 that John Cage died. He was an experimental modernist composer, best known for a work which he called 4 minutes and 33 seconds. That was how long it lasted, but there was absolutely no sound. There were three movements to this piece. The first was 30 seconds, then the second was 2 minutes and 23 seconds, and the third movement was 40 seconds. But in no case was there any noise, and he did indicate in his notes to the piece that if the performers wished to change the length of the movements, that was up to them. It was scored for any number of instruments. You could have as big a orchestra or as small a group as you wished to play it, but of course they didn't do anything, they just sat there. This complete silence for 4 minutes and 33 seconds was obviously, it was argued as to whether this was in fact music, but it was an experiment. And when he was asked about it, he said he wanted to somehow indicate that all the sounds that we hear are music. And the point was that the audience would sit there and they would hear nothing coming from the orchestra, but they would hear all the ambient sounds that are going on all the time, and they would begin to notice them because they had nothing else to listen to except these extraneous sounds. And you might as well say, well, what's the difference between that and just sitting quietly at home and doing nothing for 4 minutes and 33 seconds? Well, the answer, I think, is that if you go to a concert, and you go into a concert hall and you're surrounded with other people, and there's all this expectation of something happening, and then all you get is silence. There is a sense in which your propensity to really listen to the silence is much greater because all this expectation has been built up. And it struck me as something which we could do at home, really expect to enjoy just sitting and listening to whatever noises are going on around us, and just to delight in their musical nature. Sometimes noises are horrible; they don't sound pleasant at all. But they're there, and they can be absorbed and attended to, and provide something to think about, something to engage us emotionally because we have a reaction to a loud noise, and intellectually because we want to think about it and what our reaction to it. And so I think the idea that he had of making this a special concert piece can be applied by each of us sometimes, just to sitting quietly wherever we happen to be for however long we choose to do it for, and just listen carefully and attentively to the noises going on around us, and seeing if for us they make a musical sound and add to the joy of our lives.